Hello, my dear friend. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Sometimes just showing up and giving yourself this moment of quiet attention is the most loving thing you can do. Life can feel heavy at times, can't it? There are days when it seems like the world is asking too much, when you might feel disconnected, uncertain, or even a little lost. I want you to know right now that it's okay. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You don't need to fix yourself. All you need is to remember something very simple, yet very powerful, the love that has always been within you. It's easy to forget, especially when we've been taught to look outside of ourselves for approval, for validation, for love. But today, I invite you to gently turn inward. Imagine for a moment that deep inside there is a warm, glowing light. This light has been with you since the moment you were born. It is pure love. It is who you really are beneath all the worries, doubts, and expectations. You don't have to earn this love. You don't have to prove anything to deserve it. It is simply yours because you exist. As we spend this time together, I want you to feel safe and supported, like you're sitting with a dear friend who sees only the best in you. Because that's exactly what you are, a beautiful being of love. And when you begin to line up with that truth, when you start to align your thoughts and feelings with the love that is already inside you, amazing things begin to happen. Life softens, opportunities flow, healing begins. You don't have to struggle or force anything. You just allow yourself to be who you truly are. So as you listen, take a deep breath in and gently let it out. Give yourself permission to relax into this moment. There is nothing you need to do except be open to the idea that love is not something you chase. It's something you remember. Together, we'll explore how to reconnect with this love, how to nurture it, and how to let it guide you toward a life filled with peace, joy, and abundance. You are exactly where you need to be, and I am honored to walk with you on this gentle journey back to yourself. You know, so many of us spend years searching for love in places where it can never truly be found. We look to other people to tell us we are enough. We chase achievements, thinking that if we just do more, we will finally feel worthy. But real love, lasting love, doesn't come from outside. It lives within you. Self-love is not about being perfect or having it all figured out. It's about accepting yourself exactly as you are in this moment. It's speaking to yourself with kindness, the way you would speak to someone you care about deeply. When was the last time you told yourself, "I love you"? For many, even thinking those words feels strange. But I promise you, those 3 little words, when directed inward, can begin to transform everything. You see, every thought you think shapes your life. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that's the message your body and mind will believe. But when you start to feed your inner world with loving thoughts, your heart begins to open. Healing happens. Your relationships improve. Even your body responds because love is the greatest healer of all. It's important to remember that self-love is not selfish. In fact, it's the most generous thing you can offer, not just to yourself, but to everyone around you. When you are filled with love, you naturally share it. You become a light for others without even trying. It all begins with a simple choice to treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you so freely give to others. Try saying this with me now, gently and with feeling. I am worthy of love, simply because I exist. Let those words sink in. Repeat them whenever you catch yourself being critical or harsh. Your mind is always listening, and it believes what you tell it. By choosing loving thoughts, you create a foundation of peace and confidence that no one can take away from you. It's a practice, and like any practice, it grows stronger the more you do it. Even if it feels awkward at first, keep going. You are planting seeds of love in the garden of your mind, and with patience, they will bloom in beautiful ways. Remember, you don't have to wait for anyone else to give you permission to love yourself. That power has always been yours. It's truly amazing how much influence our thoughts have over our lives. Yet most people go through their day unaware of the quiet conversation happening in their minds. Every thought you think is like a message sent out into the universe, but it's also a message sent deep within, shaping how you feel and even how your body responds. When we carry thoughts of fear, doubt, or criticism, they don't just stay in our heads. They settle into our hearts, our emotions, and yes, even into our physical bodies. You might notice tension, fatigue, or a general feeling of unease. This is because your mind and body are always connected, always listening to each other. If you tell yourself every day that life is hard or that you are not good enough, your body hears that and reacts by holding on to stress, by closing off to the flow of energy and wellness. But the wonderful news is that the opposite is also true. When you begin to nurture loving, positive thoughts, your body responds with relaxation, with healing, and with a renewed sense of vitality. You don't have to control every thought, but you can become aware of the patterns you've been repeating. Awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room. Once you see what's there, you can choose differently. Imagine your thoughts as seeds. You can plant seeds of worry, or you can plant seeds of hope and love. Which do you think will create a more beautiful garden? It's not about blaming yourself for past thoughts. It's about understanding that you have the power right now to choose new ones. Try this simple affirmation with me. Every thought I think is creating my future. Feel the truth in those words. They are not meant to scare you, but to empower you. You are not a victim of your circumstances or your past thinking. You are a creator, and your thoughts are the tools you use to shape your life. Start by noticing when a negative thought arises, and gently, without judgment, choose a kinder one. If you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," replace it with, "I am doing my best, and that is enough." Small shifts like these, practiced consistently, will change the way you feel, the way you see the world, and the way the world responds to you. Your mind is a powerful ally when you fill it with love. And as your thoughts become more loving, your emotions will soften, your body will relax, and life will begin to reflect the harmony you are creating within. So often, we move through life carrying beliefs that we never chose for ourselves. From the time we are little, we absorb ideas from the people around us, family, teachers, society. Many of these ideas are helpful, but some quietly tell us that we are not enough, that love must be earned, or that we are somehow unworthy of good things. These beliefs settle deep inside, and before we even realize it, they start shaping how we see ourselves and what we believe is possible for us. You might hear a voice in your mind saying, "I'll never be good enough," or "Things never work out for me." These thoughts don't come from your true self. They come from old stories that no longer serve you. The beautiful truth is that beliefs are just thoughts we've repeated over and over. And if a belief is learned, it can also be unlearned. You are not bound by the past. You have the power to choose new thoughts that support you, lift you, and remind you of your true worth. It starts with gentle awareness, simply noticing when these limiting beliefs appear. There's no need to get upset with yourself. Instead, treat these moments as opportunities to practice love. When you catch a thought that tells you you're not worthy, you can smile softly and say, "I no longer choose to believe that." Then, offer yourself a new truth. Say to yourself, "I now release the need to believe I am unworthy." Feel how freeing that is. Each time you do this, you loosen the grip of old patterns. It's like opening a window in a stuffy room and letting in fresh air. You don't have to uproot every limiting belief all at once. Even a small shift in how you speak to yourself can create powerful changes over time. Remember, these beliefs may have been with you for years, but they do not define you. You are far more than any thought or story you've been told. You are a being of love, capable of choosing thoughts that reflect your true nature. Be patient and kind with yourself as you peel away these layers. Each step you take in recognizing and releasing limiting beliefs brings you closer to the freedom and joy that comes from aligning with who you really are. There's a quiet pain that many people carry, often without even realizing how heavy it has become. It's the weight of resentment, guilt, and past hurts. We think that by holding on to these feelings, we are protecting ourselves or perhaps punishing those who have wronged us. But in truth, holding on to anger or blame only keeps us trapped. It's like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. Forgiveness is not about saying that what happened was okay. It's about setting yourself free from the grip of the past. And the most important person you may need to forgive is yourself. We are often our own harshest critics, replaying mistakes in our minds, wishing we had done things differently. But my dear, you were always doing the best you could with the understanding, awareness, and knowledge you had at the time. When you know better, you do better. Carrying guilt or shame serves no purpose other than to dim the light within you. Imagine holding a heavy stone in each hand for every regret or resentment you carry. How can you reach out for the beautiful things life wants to offer you if your hands are full of these stones? Forgiveness is the act of gently putting them down. You don't have to do it all at once. Even a willingness to forgive begins to soften the edges of pain. Breathe deeply and say to yourself, "I forgive myself and set myself free." Feel how those words create space inside you. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a doorway back to peace. It doesn't mean forgetting or allowing harmful behavior. It means choosing not to let the past control your present happiness. This also applies to forgiving others. When you release resentment, you reclaim your power. You stop allowing old wounds to dictate how you feel today. You deserve to be free. You deserve to feel light and open to love. Take a moment now to think of something you've been holding on to, whether it's toward yourself or someone else, and whisper gently, "I am willing to release this. I choose peace." Even if part of you resists, that's okay. The intention alone begins the healing process. Every time you choose forgiveness, you clear the path for more love, joy, and harmony to flow into your life. It's a practice of compassion, and it starts with being gentle with yourself. There is a simple yet powerful practice that can change the way you see yourself and the world around you. It's called mirror work. Many people feel unsure or even uncomfortable when they first hear about it, but I promise you, it is one of the most loving things you can do for yourself. Think about how often you look in the mirror each day. For most, it's a quick glance, often followed by criticism, spotting a flaw, a wrinkle, or something we wish were different. Rarely do we pause and truly see ourselves with kindness. Mirror work invites you to change that. It's a moment where you stand before your reflection, look into your own eyes, and speak words of love and affirmation. At first, it might feel strange. You may hear that inner voice saying, "This is silly," or "I can't say that to myself." But I encourage you to stay with it, because beyond that discomfort lies a beautiful connection with yourself. When you look into your own eyes and say, "I love you," something begins to shift. You start to heal the relationship you have with the most important person in your life, you. It's not about vanity or surface appearances. It's about recognizing the truth of who you are beyond all the labels, judgments, and expectations. Even if you can only manage to look for a few seconds at first, that's enough. Each time you return to the mirror with a gentle heart, you build trust within yourself. Try this simple phrase the next time you stand before your reflection. "I love you. You are beautiful and deserving of all good things." Say it softly, like you would to a dear friend. If emotions arise, let them. That's just old pain being released. The mirror reflects more than just your face. It reflects the thoughts you hold about yourself. And when you begin to fill that reflection with love, acceptance, and kindness, your inner world transforms. Over time, you'll notice that critical voice becoming quieter. You'll start to feel more confident, more at peace, and more connected to the love within you. Mirror work is a daily gift you can offer yourself, even if it's just for a minute. It reminds you again and again that you are worthy, that you are enough, and that love is always available to you from within. When you begin to open your heart to love, one of the most beautiful ways to keep that love flowing is through gratitude. Gratitude is like sunshine for the soul. It gently shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already present and wonderful in your life. Many people wait for something big to happen before they feel thankful. But gratitude works best when it's practiced in the little moments. It's easy to notice what's wrong, especially when the world teaches us to look for problems to solve. But when you pause and choose to notice what's good, even the smallest blessings, you begin to align yourself with a loving, abundant energy. This energy grows stronger each time you appreciate something. It could be as simple as feeling thankful for a warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, or the breath moving gently in and out of your body. When you practice gratitude regularly, you start to see life differently. Challenges don't disappear, but they no longer feel so heavy because your heart is focused on the goodness that surrounds you. I invite you to take a moment each day to reflect on what you appreciate, not just in the world, but also within yourself. We often forget to thank ourselves for how far we've come, for the strength we've shown, or for the simple fact that we keep going. Right now, think of 5 things you are grateful for about yourself. Perhaps it's your kindness, your resilience, your ability to love others, or your willingness to grow. There is always something to appreciate. Say softly to yourself, "I am grateful for the love that surrounds and fills me." Feel how those words open your heart. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It's a practice that connects you to the flow of love and abundance in the universe. The more you notice and give thanks, the more reasons you'll find to continue being grateful. It becomes a beautiful cycle of receiving and appreciating. Remember, where your attention goes, energy flows. When you focus on gratitude, you invite more peace, joy, and love into your life. This simple shift in perspective can transform even the most ordinary days into something special. When you are filled with love and gratitude, something magical begins to happen. You start to attract more of what you desire into your life. Many people hear about the law of attraction and think it's about wishing for things and waiting for them to appear. But it's really about alignment. It's about tuning your thoughts and feelings to match the energy of what you want to experience. Love is the highest and most powerful energy there is. When you align with love, you naturally draw positive experiences, people, and opportunities toward you. You don't have to chase after them or struggle to make things happen. Instead, you become like a magnet, effortlessly attracting what resonates with your inner state. Imagine yourself as a beautiful lighthouse, shining brightly. Ships are drawn to your light, not because you are running after them, but because you stand tall and radiant in your truth. This is how manifestation works when you are aligned with love. It begins with how you feel about yourself and the world around you. If you believe that you are deserving, that life supports you, and that good things are on their way, then that is exactly what you will begin to see. It's not about pretending to be positive when you don't feel it. It's about gently guiding your thoughts back to love whenever they wander into fear or doubt. You can remind yourself daily with a simple affirmation. I am aligned with the loving energy of the universe. Say it with trust, knowing that as you stay connected to love, everything you need will come to you at the perfect time. There is no need to force or control the outcome. Your only job is to maintain your inner harmony, to nurture thoughts that make you feel good, and to let go of worry. The universe responds to the energy you offer, and when that energy is rooted in love, you can be sure that beautiful things are on their way. Trust in this process. Even if you don't see immediate results, know that every loving thought is setting something wonderful in motion. Keep your heart open, stay grateful, and allow life to surprise you with its generosity. It's one thing to understand these ideas, but it's another to make them part of your daily life. The real magic happens when you turn these loving thoughts and practices into simple habits. You don't need hours each day or complicated routines. Small, consistent actions are what create lasting change. Start your morning by speaking a kind word to yourself. Before you even get out of bed, place your hand on your heart and say, "Today, I choose love." This gentle intention sets the tone for your day. Take a moment to look in the mirror and offer yourself a smile, even if it feels a little awkward. Whisper something encouraging, like, "You are doing beautifully." Throughout the day, become aware of your thoughts. If you notice yourself slipping into negativity or self-criticism, pause and take a deep breath. Replace that thought with a loving affirmation. You might say, "I am doing my best," and that is enough. In the evening, before you go to sleep, think of 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big. Sometimes the smallest things bring the most joy. This simple practice will help you end your day on a note of peace and appreciation. Remember, it's not about being perfect. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's perfectly fine. What matters is your willingness to return to love again and again. Every time you choose a loving thought, every time you offer yourself kindness, you strengthen this new way of being. Over time, these small actions will become second nature, and you'll notice how much lighter and more joyful life feels. You'll begin to see evidence of your inner work reflected in your outer world. Better relationships, more opportunities, a sense of calm even in challenging moments. It all starts with these gentle daily choices. You are creating a foundation of love that supports you in everything you do. Trust that each step, no matter how small, is leading you toward a life filled with more peace, joy, and abundance. You have come so far simply by being willing to open your heart and listen to the quiet voice of love within you. This journey is not about reaching some distant goal. It's about remembering who you truly are, a beautiful, worthy, and powerful being of love. Each time you choose to align with that truth, you invite more harmony, more joy, and more abundance into your life. You don't need to force anything or rush the process. Love unfolds naturally when you give it space. Trust that by nurturing loving thoughts, practicing gratitude, forgiving yourself and others, and speaking kindly to your reflection, you are creating a life that feels good from the inside out. There will be days when it feels easier, and days when old patterns try to return. But now you know that you have the tools and the awareness to gently guide yourself back to love. You are never alone in this journey. The universe is always supporting you, responding to the energy you offer. Keep reminding yourself of this simple truth. You are love. You are safe. All is well in your world. Take a deep breath and let those words settle into your heart. Carry them with you as a quiet strength, knowing that wonderful things are already on their way to you. Each small step you take in kindness and self-care is a powerful act of transformation. Trust yourself. Trust the process. And most of all, trust the love that has always been within you, waiting for you to line up with it and watch the beauty that unfolds.